Hello everyone, back tuning into today's first video. Having a look at weather week ahead for today's first video. Going to be a really active week's weather coming up. There's quite a bit of uncertainty around the middle part of the week. We could have some very disruptive weather indeed. But the overall theme for this week is that it's going to become a lot colder. It'll become much more unsettled, and there will be some snow in places as well. So the sort of quiet, benign, but very dull weather that we've had over the past week or so, that's very rapidly going to be on its way out by the end of weekend and start of the working week on Monday. It will be much more lively. I'll talk you through the weather for the week ahead. For today's first video. Later on, we'll have a look at the broader picture for next week to 10 days, incorporating other models as well. See what's happening with the stratosphere also. So that'll be coming up probably late this afternoon or this evening. Before I get on with that, though, just to say that websites using for the weekend forecasts are coming from theweatheroutlook.com and weathercentral.de, and you can find the link to both of those websites on the links page. Lot to talk about, so let's get on with it. We're going to start off with the radar picture. This is the latest radar picture from the Weather Outlook, and we find that we've got a band of showery rain across the western side of the country, so through parts of southwest England, into west of Wales, up the Irish Sea, towards parts of Northern Ireland and northwest England, and then up to western Scotland. It's been cloudy and damp there through the morning. This rain is being blocked by high pressure that's sitting to our east, so it's not making any further progress eastwards. And actually, through the rest of today, this rain is going to increasingly become light and patchy and die out. Many parts of the country away from the far west actually dry today. Here's today's toxic pressure chart. So it's actually this area of high pressure that's up over Scandinavia and has had a really good go at getting the winds into the east. That's dominating the weather today. That high pressure is going to be pushed away very shortly, however. Out in the west, this is the weather front that is lying to the west and producing that band of rain on the western side of the country. So we'll have more wet weather up the Irish Sea and around those western coastal fringes through the course this afternoon, but it will be turning increasingly patchy and light, this rain, and tending to sort of fizzle out in situ. Many central and eastern parts of both England and Scotland will stay dry today. There'll be a lot of cloud, but perhaps slightly more in way of bright or sunny spells coming through, because it's ever such a slightly drier air mass that we begin to pull in from off the continent. So some of the low cloud is thinning out, but generally keeping quite a lot of cloud across the country today. Temperatures, they're ranging from around, say, 3 to 8 degrees, not too far from the average, although it does feel a little bit chilly over in the eastern part of the country. Now, overnight tonight, we're going to find this area of low pressure is deepening around Greenland and Iceland, so that's not going to affect us tonight, but that is going to bring us the change in the weather as we get through to late Sunday and Monday. But for tonight, actually, we're just going to freshen the wind a little bit across the north and west of Scotland, have a little bit of showery rain up there. Otherwise, the rain in the west is generally dying out tonight, fizzling away, and many parts of the country will be dry. Maybe some slightly clearer breaks compared to recent nights again, so we might see temperatures going a little bit colder than recent nights, possibly dipping down to freezing, particularly in rural parts of central and eastern England. We will keep a fair amount of cloud, though, through the night, and where we have those cloudy skies, temperatures will hold up above freezing. Tomorrow is the final day of these quiet conditions, because this area of low pressure is deepening all the time close to Iceland, and there's an active weather front beginning to move into the north and west as well. So most parts of the country will start Sunday on a dry note. There'll be sunny spells and variable cloud amounts, maybe a frost to some parts of rural Britain as well. I think England and Wales will generally keep it mostly dry through the course of Sunday, with probably some brightish spells in the morning, maybe turning a little bit cloudier in the afternoon. Things begin to liven up across Scotland and Northern Ireland. The wind will get up. It can turn quite windy through Scotland and Northern Ireland, maybe gale force gusts across the far northwest by the end of Sunday. And also we'll start to see heavy rain beginning to move into northwest Scotland and Northern Ireland as we go through into Sunday evening. Temperatures quite chilly tomorrow, ranging from around 2 to 6 degrees Celsius. Now that active cold front is going to push across the country through Sunday night and into Monday, sweeping away the quiet weather, and then behind that cold front we're turning winds into the northwest, much colder air coming out of Greenland and Canada. This has been well sort of documented in the videos recently, but we are going to get this push of colder air as we go into the early part of next week. We're going to have a pretty nasty start to Monday, though. It's going to be a very wet and windy morning. Heavy outbreaks of probably driving rain, given the strength of the wind, will be sweeping across the country. So Monday will be one to take it easy when you're out and about on the roads. Through the course of the day, we'll find that rain shifting southwards and eastwards with brighter skies and colder air following on behind. There'll be lots of showers packing into Scotland, Northern Ireland and northwest England on these strong to gale force northwesterly winds. And as the cold air digs in, the showers will turn increasingly wintry across Scotland, Northern Ireland and northwest England, with snow eventually coming down to low levels in the northwest by the end of Monday. That rain could take a very long time to clear East Anglia and South East England. It might hold on in the southeast throughout most of the day and might not clear until Monday evening. Temperatures will start off reasonably mild in the south, probably at around 10 degrees Celsius, but the cold air already digging into the north and west from the word go, with just 2 or 3 degrees, will be spreading southwards. So Monday could well be one of those days, particularly for places like Wales and the Midlands, where it actually starts off quite mild and then the temperature drops away through the course of the day, maybe starting at, say, 10 degrees in Birmingham and finishing up at around 5. The far southeast will probably hold on to fairly mild temperatures throughout most of daylight hours with those outbreaks of rain. But the rain and the milder temperatures get swept away overnight Monday into Tuesday, and that leaves us then on Tuesday with this really cold run of west to northwesterly winds. So we'll be packing in more heavy snow showers to Scotland, Northern Ireland, northwestern parts of Wales, and some of these snow showers will get pushed inland as well, so parts of the Midlands, maybe in some eastern counties, might get wintry showers through the course of Tuesday. But I think it's to the north and the west where we're exposed to these winds, where we do have a risk of disruptive snow with significant accumulations, possibly 10 to 20 centimetres over the highest ground of Scotland and northern England through the course of Tuesday, with these continuous sort of snow showers. The south and the southeast tend to get the driest weather with sunny spells coming through. It'll be a cold day wherever you are. Temperatures in the north no better than around 1 degree. In the south, probably still reaching around 6 or 7, particularly in the southwest. But it's going to feel pretty bitter in those northwesterly winds. And then we go through into Wednesday. We've got problems through Wednesday to Thursday. This area of low pressure is developing along the jet stream out in the Atlantic at 6 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. That low pressure is going to get caught up in the jet stream and head our way. Going to deepen like mad, and it'll engage with the cold air as well. So there's going to be a clash of air masses later Wednesday and into Thursday if this low pressure comes off, of course. When Wednesday starts off cold, there'll probably be a widespread frost, maybe some ice places as well, more snow showers in the north and west being pushed in on these northwesterly winds. And then through the day, we're going to find this low pressure deepening out to the west and heading in from off the Atlantic. So most places have a bright morning with sunny spells, with snow showers in the north and the west. And then in the afternoon, I think the snow showers generally becoming confined to Scotland as Ireland, Wales and southwest England starts to turn cloudy with outbreaks of rain or snow beginning to move in from off the Atlantic. Central and eastern parts of the country probably mostly dry with sunny spells until cloudier skies start to move in on Wednesday afternoon. It will be a cold day on Wednesday, with temperatures no better around freezing in the north to 5 degrees down in the south. Now Wednesday night really is one to watch as this area of low pressure heads in from off the Atlantic. Its exact track is going to be critical. On the northern and eastern side of this area of low pressure, we have the cold air. So that's where you're going to get snow, anywhere to the north and the east of the low pressure. On the southern side of the low pressure, we've got a big warm sector. So there, you're likely to have rain. Not only rain, you've got very tightly packed isobar, so it's likely to become very stormy as well, with perhaps severe gales, gusts of wind up to 70 or 80 miles an hour. So this could be a really disruptive spell of weather that we have here overnight, Wednesday into Thursday. Bear in mind, timings are subject to change. Now, what tends to happen with these areas of low pressure is that very often they do get trended a little bit further southwards than the models expect. So at the moment, this particular run of the GFS is bringing snow overnight Wednesday to Thursday, disruptive snow to much of northern England and southern Scotland. And it's suggesting the bulk of England and Wales actually has heavy rain, maybe after a brief period of snow, but generally heavy rain. And very strong winds with gusts, as I say, at 70, 80 miles an hour. If this low pressure is trended southwards, and that's kind of like what I'm expecting to happen, because it's not all that far away from the other snow and rain events that we've had so far this winter. The first one focused on December the 10th. The second one was focused late Boxing Day to the 27th. This is a very similar situation. Both of those were trended a bit further southwards than the models expected. So if this low pressure is trended further south, that will bring the risk of significant rain and wind to more southern counties, particularly around the south coast, possibly even as far south as northern France. It'll bring the snow risk from southern Scotland to northern England to sort of Wales and the Midlands. So you've got to keep a close eye on this, I think, wherever you are through the next few days, because the track of this low pressure is uncertain. By the time we go through to Thursday morning, that low pressure is clearing away to the east. So Thursday starts pretty horribly, actually, for many parts of the country. There'll be heavy rain, heavy snow, and probably severe gale force winds as well. So really disruptive, whether it's through snow, wind, or rain. All of that gets out of the way very quickly through the course of Thursday. We find that low pressure shifting away into the North Sea, and then we're back into that run of cold and showery northwesterly winds. So rain and snow in the east to begin with on Thursday with severe gales. That clears away, and then we're back to sunshine and snow showers, particularly affecting northern and western parts of the country through the course of Thursday itself. Temperatures will range from around freezing up in the north to around 6 Celsius down in the south. And then on Friday, that low pressure is in the North Sea as pressure starting to build a bit through the Atlantic. We're turning the wind more or less to a direct northerly. So Friday looks a very cold day. There'll be snow showers in the north of Scotland and snow showers peppering western and eastern coastal fringes. Closest area of low pressure, we might bring a more persistent area of snow onto the eastern side of the country. That could be one to watch. But generally, the snow showers will be mainly around the coast and up in the north. Most inland and summer regions will be dry with sunny spells. It will be a very cold day, though, with temperatures in the north probably staying below freezing, -2, -1, probably the best you can expect for northern parts of Scotland. Down in the south, we may scrape up to around 4 or 5 degrees. There'll be a widespread frost and ice on Friday night, and these cold conditions look like they're going to stay with us into next weekend as well. So Saturday has a wind from the north again. That's going to bring more snow showers around those coastal fringes and into central northern parts of Scotland also. By Sunday, possibly building a little bit of a ridge here across the country, so we may lose the risk of snow showers, but it'll stay cold, and I think the emphasis through next weekend probably shifts more towards severe frost. Beyond that, we've got a battle, because we've got a lot of very cold air lurking just to our east. I'll just show you the upper air temperatures for next Sunday. So you'll see we've got a big cold pool that's sitting just to our north and northeast, with milder air trying to get in from off the Atlantic. So as we go beyond this in sort of the next week, we'll have to see how quickly that mild air is able to move in and dislodge those cold temperatures. Finally, just have a look at the charts from the weather outlook. So, for the rest of today, lots of dry weather. Got the rain in the west, but many central areas will be dry but cloudy. Through the course of Sunday, it turns wet and windy in the far northwest by the end of the day. Otherwise, reasonable amount of dry weather, perhaps more in way of sunshine as well. But watch out for a frost in rural areas on Sunday morning. There's the wet and windy weather sweeping across the country through the course of Monday, bringing those colder temperatures and wintry showers into the north and the west. So by the time you get through to Tuesday, we're in a proper cold air mass, although it is a westerly air mass, so quite unusually cold for a westerly. There'll be snow showers in the north and west, and some of those snow showers will get inland at times. More snow showers in the north on Wednesday. Otherwise, a reasonable amount of dry weather through the day on Wednesday. But overnight, Wednesday to Thursday, what we find happening, let's go back to Wednesday, overnight, Wednesday to Thursday, what we find happening is heavy rain and gale force winds sweeping across the south, and on the northern side of that low pressure we have the risk of disruptive and heavy snow. This is suggesting some of Scotland and Northern England, but the track of that low pressure is subject to change, so this will be the focus. As well as the snow showers on Tuesday, this will be the focus of Snow Watch. The first of those, I think, would probably do that tomorrow. And then as we go through into Thursday, so we start with lots of rain and snow on the eastern side of the country. That gets out of the way. Then we're back into those cold northwest winds with snow showers in the north and west. And then we end the week on Friday on a cold note. It'll be a very cold day with snow showers in the north and around coastal regions. Southern areas mainly dry and sunny, but those temperatures are going to be really low, and watch out for frost and ice at the end of the week as well. So, the colder winter that we promised you when we did the winter forecast is continuing. We're going to have another bout of pretty cold weather coming up this week. So we're going to, in summary, we're going to start off fairly quiet with wet and windy weather sweeping across the country on Monday. And then the rest of next week will be cold. There'll be snow showers in the north and the west. And watch out for that persistent area of rain and snow with severe gales possible on Wednesday night. Definitely one to watch, and it will be the focus of Snow Watch in the coming days. This has been an extended weekend forecast because there's so much to talk about. Later on today, we'll have a look at the broader picture in terms of the weather for the next week to 10 days. That'll be with you late this afternoon or this evening. That's all for now, and thanks for watching.